Alive, look at Mesaba Avenue in Duluth near West 2nd Street after a couple passes by plow crews last night combined with today's spring sun angle. All that snow's gone from the roadways. City leaders say they're ready for this next round. Ahead of it, crews are reminding drivers of parking regulations as illegally parked cars continue to impact plowing progress. A unique scene today out on Lake Superior. A freighter got stuck in ice off the Duluth piers this afternoon. The Tregurtha sat frozen for hours, needing a boost from the Coast Guard to get moving again. Northern News Now's Blake Hornstein was out there today watching and talking to many who gathered to see what was happening. Blake, this doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, no kidding, Dan. A rare instance indeed. The Tregurtha recently underwent some repairs. Today was supposed to be a quick test run to make sure everything was working fine ahead of an upcoming voyage. The ship worked well, but Mother Nature didn't cooperate. What was supposed to be a routine trial brought the Tregurtha to a halt as the freighter got stuck in Lake Superior's thick ice. A common theme to start this shipping season across the Big Lake.
The U.S. and Canadian Coast Guard has been working very hard to open up those icy stretches, but it's just a challenging job with some challenging ice. The weather conditions haven't been helping.
The freighter is a beast used in World War II, so to see it stuck in Lake Superior sure stands out.
This is just the most visible thing that we've seen so far.
Shortly after the ship became stuck, the Coast Guard cutter spar made its way out, spending more than an hour working to open up a channel for the ship. Great Lakes shipping expert and content creator Vibe with Mike looked on in amazement.
Listening to that call come in, knowing that they're stuck in the ice, they were trying for a little while with the propeller to move, but they just couldn't do it.
When things got gnarly, Mike said he felt like a kid on Christmas Day watching the Coast Guard jump into action.
In a situation like this, and just watch the professionalism of all of the crew members and the people that are participating to get the job done right.
At the end of the day, no one was hurting and no water was polluted, so the story has a happy ending.
Really exciting day, and the thing that's really cool is that we know everything is going to be good. The Coast Guard is going to be able to rescue them from the ice, and it's going to be a good day for the Tregurtha and the Coast Guard and all of us that love watching ships.
We were told the Laker will make her first voyage of the season to Marquette, Michigan to load iron ore in the coming days. In the studio, Blake Hornstein, Northern News Now.